Hi, good morning, good afternoon, and also good evening, depending on whichever time of the day that you are going to come across this video. I'd like to welcome you onto my channel. Hey, man, I saw on Twitter, Sonia had been kind of like trending. I haven't gotten to that episode yet. Sonia Mbele, who used to be in Dombi on Generations, um, who's a businesswoman right now, and she's actually doing very good. Yeah, but after I saw that small clip here, and I was like, you know what, let me just check out what is this about, where, because sometimes people can just get a small clip and then now ubone a little small clip and then think ukuthi, "Hayibo, this is what's really going on," only to find out ukuthi, kahle kahle, you just need to watch the whole thing in order for you to be able to understand ukuthi, kahle kahle, what's really going on and what were they even talking about. You understand? So I was like, okay, let me just check it out on YouTube. And then it's on Netflix. I do have Netflix. I'll just need to go over there and check it out. But I did manage to get a full episode here on YouTube. And yeah, and this episode is episode 1, of which they had OPU. Guys, I'm sorry, I do not know where the guy acts, but I've seen him before. He looks very good, very good. I don't want to lie to you. As much as the braids are a turn off for me. As much as I know good now, I used to braid my hair and all of that, but looking back now, I'm like, no, man. There's even this other just to kind of like off ramp a bit. This other ex of mine, not really an ex, I don't know what I should call him, but we everything was good. Everything is good when we talk. Even now we do talk. And the last time we spoke, it was last year, around, it was before New Year's, but after Christmas. That's when we spoke. We were supposed to actually meet up, but we didn't. A lot of things just hindered the meeting of the whole thing. So he braids Ikandalak and all of that. That's the thing that also kind of made me like, no, I don't want to be with someone who braids. As much as braids their hair, as much as I also used to braid my hair, I was like, yeah. Maybe ngaba khona logos John and stuff like that. But in terms of date, cool person, cool guy, and all of that. Of which, mina vele in a relationship now, what I'm looking for is someone who's independent, who is romantic, who's humble, who's kind, who has respect. Nje, that's the kind of person I'm looking for. Ogunye nogunye, and not umuntu futhi stubborn. You understand? And not futhi umuntu ozophinde abe umuntu confident, Yeah. So the host for this show, the name of the show is called The Planet of Love. I wrote the things down that make the pods not to do the pods. I don't know. The pods to do the pods potting. So the host, it's Lilian Dube. It is Khomocho, who used to be on Scandal. I love her. I love her very much. I respect her craft. Kakulu. I don't want to lie to you. It's been a while since I've seen her nje. Up until now, as I've seen her. The last time I've seen her was on Scandal, and then wasing Mbona Manje. Unfortunately, I'm not a TV person, so it is what it is. And then it's also Sonam Bele. They all look beautiful, I don't want to lie to you. And then the host, I think he's the main host. I don't know if I should put it like that. Skumba. I love Skumba. He's very funny. He's one of my favorite comedians. I don't want to lie to you. I like him. I like him. Each and every time I see him, when he does Lama videos or my jokes, I always laugh. So shout out to him too. So yeah. So they said the show is based on a movie that it's a movie or a series. I didn't do my job properly. I just came back from work, so I'm just trying to chop this very fast. That is on Netflix. So yeah, they did show us a preview that came out. This movie came out on the 14th of February, the month of love. It's a love story. They showed a small clip where a guy Fuchulunga was talking to his girl, and his girl was like, "Yeah, ungisize, don't flirt with the waiters and stuff like that." Shuthi nje vele, this girl knows with this guy is like that. I just wonder, how did you get this guy? And me saying that, I'm asking ukuthi umthole kanjani? Weren't you maybe now? It could also have been that you were not a waiter. You were just a normal girl. And then you met up with this guy. But then how do you put up with someone who flirts with other people? More especially in front of you. It's worse, this person does this in your absence, and you're like in a relationship. I can't even imagine what I would do if this person would do, or if anybody would do this in front of me, and see good relationship. If you have money and you're taking care of my needs, Mina, I wouldn't mind. You could do that anytime, and I wouldn't have a problem. I wouldn't. The sad thing would be each and every time I would be telling you things I'd be lying. Or if things are I would be loving you because of the things that you'd be doing for me or to me. No, not to me, for me. You know. So besides that, if you're just an ordinary guy, no, I mean, I'll dump you. Njengoba lele umamlile Ntube uyasho vele ukuthi yena, yeah, she stated that during her prime, or not only just her prime, because she didn't really specify during her prime or in her prime. I mean, she dated a lot. But if you do into a wrong, she'll leave you. I mean, the same thing applies with me, especially when it comes to cheating. I'll leave you. I'll leave you regardless of, unless you're giving me imali. And you're paying for bond, you're paying for this, you buy me that, this. I don't have a problem with that. You can do whatever you want. You can even sleep with a band in front of me. I don't have a problem with that. Whatever rocks your boat. As long as there's things that you're doing for me, I don't have a problem. You understand? Because I even remember there's this other guy from work. He's more or less like, out. I'm going to go to Masaka, but engitshela ukuthi mina yena uthanda ukuthi abe kwi polygamous relationship, but mina I must be faithful kuye. Yena, he can do whatever he wants. I was like, no, angeke nje kusebenza lokho, because akanamali and nje. Because there was even a time where we were supposed to go out enganamali, and then I'm looking at this and I'm like, Lona mara ufuna ukuthi. I liked him a lot, big time, LOVE, like bold red pink capital letters with doves all over the place. I did. But what made you look? All of that just went out the window. And you cut. I'm not doing that. If it had been Mali, it would have been a different story. Yeah. Mali, honestly speaking, does help. Especially if we pitch, we all, you must make sure that you have Mali. Meaning, if you're going to be with me, you must make sure to Mali. Because if you do not have Mali, and if Mali, but you do not give me, and you expect me to even be with you, I'm not even going to even get to the loyalty part. I'm just not even going to. We're not even going to get to that point. If we went and you're a cheater and unemal, but you don't give me, and you think I'm not even going to date you. It's ubi. Could this fair point be? Soz. Sends alone. Team law. So I did write these things down, and there was quite a big understanding corner, because there was a point where Mom Lilin was talking about I think they asked her about a relationship, and then she was like, she does have a person, a man that she's with, but even if she did not have a person, she's fine. And then she said she has her things, and then mangfunda lapa lama subtitles lapa lama gama lapa phansi kubhalwe ukuthi 7 fingers. What's 7 fingers? I honestly thought Uguti she's talking about and herself. But 7 fingers? Or is it another terminology? Because she said Unezinto Ezo 7. And then Papa Uguti, she has 7 fingers. I don't know. Check that out. You'll also see it. My Kalanje show, that's where you'll see all of this. Netflix, to make sure you check it out. So yeah, I did like the fact that she did say that she dated a lot and stuff like that, and she's more or less lived her life, and she's still dating regardless of her age. She's still having fun. Of which I also do believe, Guti, if you still feel like you want to do something, do it, regardless of your age. If you want to date and do whatever you want to do it. You know, as long as you're having fun and you are also, another thing that we also need to bear in mind, guys, is age restrictions. Gucci, you can't be 30 and be dating somebody who's half your age or even 10 years younger. It's the 10 years younger thing. I think it depends. You see, with, for example, the guy who came, Upiyu, who came to the show, that guy, for me, if he was to date any of the women on that show, I wouldn't really judge anyone. I wouldn't judge anyone. Why? That guy is at an age where he knows, or he's supposed to know what he wants, and he's also matured. But however, if that guy was maybe still a teen and akakwazi ukuzenzela my life choices, my decisions like are serious, then I would be having a problem, because I saw with this. Okay, I'm not going to talk about that now. Okay, yeah. If anyone was to date that guy, I would be like, oh, okay, well, they're dating. As much as the age difference would be like ibonakala and stuff like that, or that guy is young enough to be ingane or whatever, but that guy is old enough. He's supposed to know better. Because I saw online with this other clip, I think maybe it's episode 2, I do not know, where they were bashing with Sonia, saying she's upasta 9 to 9. Hey, Nando was strong. Pastor 99 who's dating kids, allegedly. Kids. The problem with him, it's kids. I'm going to say allegedly. Kids, ingane, like ama-teens. Marenui fossil. Local, it's a problem. But if this guy, Upiyu, was to date Mamli Lindum, it wouldn't be a problem. As I said, because this guy is old enough to know exactly what he's doing. He's not being manipulated, he's not being what. He knows exactly what he's doing. Even if we're choosing a mile or whatever, but we are as and to say matured enough. That's another thing we need to bear in mind in terms of this thing of age gap. And I know what Masizo Chacha Umut, because I know with a woman, if a woman is dating younger, it's kind of like a shame, or she gets to be ridiculed or whatever. But if a man does it, it's a double standard and stuff like that. So she also did talk about using filters and stuff like that. I liked what she said. She does try them out and stuff like that, but then she goes back to being herself. It's very important. It's very important to be yourself, guys. I know it's hard. One thing I've even told my friends, one of the hardest things to be is to accept and to love and to also be yourself. I've seen that with me. I've seen that with me. And you have to also live with yourself. You understand? So I like that. The fact that she does use them, but she goes back. Only to find out a lot of people, there are even people who are very, very delusional. I used to have friends who were like that. I'm not going to go into details about that, but yeah. You know, so, because you get on Instagram, oh, this guy is living like this, but more in real life, digs. Uber. You know, so yeah. So and then they went back to that clip where sorry about that, I had to take a sip. They went back to that movie. I hope it's not a series, it's a movie. Yes, I must check it out. Where they said okay, they started showing a guy who was on dates with different women and stuff like that. It's very important about data. I've realized that after my ex. It's very important to get to know a person before you'll date, to go out with the person before you'll date. Meaning that if we meet up and we decide to date or to be in a relationship, before we even we are officially in a relationship, we're going to go out on dates, we're going to do different things, because I want to see how do you react, how do you do things. Because I even saw with that girl who was eating. I remember with my ex, it was the same problem. You understand? A lot of things, you know. Snora. Okay, with snoring, I do not really have a problem with snoring. I don't want to lie to you. That's not a pet peeve to me. A rude person, huge pet peeve. Come on. I mean, mawusheshe snap siyahlukana ke lapho on that very same day, because angifuna umuntu ngizazofaka ngimhambise ngiqale ngimise vet copies then sesiyabuya sisuka ku relationship. No, sisuka nje sengiqale no ngikhona. I feel like it's very important to do those things. All the things that you do not like, I think it's important to also write those things down to also get to know yourself. That's why I also think it's important when they to do this thing, you would get to know yourself so that you know the things you like and the things that you do not like. So that if everything is value, you will find out masuku relationship, you know, I don't like this. Okay, this is okay. But okunye izinto uyazazi izinto oyifunayo and do not compromise kulezo zinto. Sometimes ezinye izinto omunye umuntu ungacompromise akukho ukuthi okay, yazini athi ngizame ngibona ukuthi can I date this person and then I'll try to adjust this person and see. If abanye abantu bayakwata mina south my ex ambini bikwata mangemkhoza ngithi no, don't do that. Find ama-activities or things lezi ezizoyenza ukuthi wena kube wuye otake i-charge ubone ukuthi yena uresponda kanjani. You understand? Mina vele nje mina into enginijonge yona manje ngikhathethe umuntu, even umuntu oyitshelayo oyibona engcono, I don't like that. Mina i-pet peeve leyo. Umuntu oyitshelayo ebona better ukuthi angeke azezwe ngami because maybe yena uhola kakhulu kunami what. If kukuthi uhola kakhulu and ngenzela izinto, I don't have a problem with that. You can do that. I mean, I'm strong enough to take that good. It's like you're pouring water on a duck's back. As long as you're paying my bills and everything like that, I don't feel anything. But if you're not doing that, I'm not even going to waste my time being with you. Nah. So, okay, and then BU came. It's cute, as I said before. And then they asked him questions. He says you can't find love on the socials, but he also backtracked throughout as the episode proceeded and started saying, "Good, you can find love on the internet or on Kuma socials, but however it's rare and all of that." I also say the same thing, Guti. You can find love. You can find love Kuma social media. However, you must just be a patient person, and you must not be a person who is desperate. You must also not be a person or sheshe atande, and you need to get to know a person. And I even spoke about online relationships. An online relationship in my head, I think it's a relationship where you're only dating online and you've never met this person or anything like that. I can't do that. I like cuddling. So how are we going to cuddle over the phone? If we're in a relationship and we do meet up and then we talk over the phone, I'm cool with that. Even for my relationships, I enjoy video call compared to a phone call. Like me with my ex, 99.999% of the time we were talking over Kuma video calls. Even that, I feel like it does break the ice a bit. Like, yo, it feels as if by the way, I found my ex Quick Grind. Yes, a hookup app for gay people. That's where I found it. And funny enough, we dated. Up until things started going left. And that was him, not me. I know how to date. Good ciao. So, and then he spoke about they asked him about his DMs. He started saying, yeah, he once got a weird one where he was NTA and stuff like that. I mean, I gave him when it comes to that. I know my answer will be like, oh, so Usawela can be bored. Oh well. May not first listen. Because he said, if I'm not mistaken, he said he did not entertain it. Good, what is the proposal? Is a keep on before I can say no. You understand? So yeah, I would let to Zana. And then Sonia started feeling the heat. She was saying she was sweating, she's hot, or what's going on. And apparently her and BU once had a sex scene and all of that. And then they were supposed to meet up. And then Sonia even said, Guti, normally when people have such scenes, they do even take it further. And then she was like, no, we're not going to meet up. She admires the guy and stuff like that and all of that. So yeah, but I think this might never mind. What else? Also this thing of Uguti, people who are online are naughty and lonely people looking for love, and they're also scammers. When it comes to being online naughty and lonely, it depends on a person sometimes you can be desperate also. Or when you could just be a normal person who's just looking for love, but you're just looking for it online. Some people are more comfortable behind the screen than in person. You understand? And then we do understand the thing about scammers. For example, show lega ga Owami, to Helen Beck, do check it out. I'm also a ninja. It's just said, Guti, I can't really pay for her to advertise my page, because she did say, Guti, you've never seen. After I heard that comment when she said you've never seen spa advertising, isn't as I say checkouts and stuff like that or whatever. For example, I was like, oh, it's fine. I'll grow my channel. But either way, do make sure that you check out her page and all of that. So with that, yeah, it's true what they said in terms of scammers being naughty and lonely and also desperate people. And there are also people who are normal. You just need to know what you want and to be extra cautious, because they are. And then with this thing, Yogoti, people are more trustworthy in a way online via than in person. No, I do not. You say that something like along those lines. I mean, I do not agree with that, because I feel like online there's a lot. I've been catfished. They even spoke about being catfished. I've been catfished by another guy, English John Janaye, and it was not him, but EF was sickening. I don't want to lie to you. That's great. And then this other one did catfished me. It was him on the picture, but the difference was that when I met up with him, was a fat. So right now, what's my take about being catfished? It just depends, because both of these people, when I met up with them, it was for EF. It was not for my relationship. You understand? So I've never been catfished when it comes to Umjol. No. So, and for me now, if I want you for EF, it will not change. Go to be love. No, don't. If I want you for Umjol, it will just be that. It will not change to EF. You understand? So, yeah. So what else? I also like this thing. Lastly, I like this thing, Yoguchi. He said right now he's single. But being single, guys, doesn't mean you go to if. Doesn't mean you don't have fun and stuff like that. But he's single, he's not committed to anyone. He's just focusing on his career. As I've once said, even to my friends, with me right now, I'm currently focusing on getting a leadership or apprenticeship and growing everything that I'm doing. Including this YouTube channel, I know consistency and also trying to be consistent. So yeah, I like that. You see, this is the thing, one of the things that does that I can use to refer to what I said even earlier when I said the guy knows what he wants. If he was to even take to I wouldn't have a problem with that. And guys, I need. So yeah, I'm also going to do episode 2. I know I still need to wrap up Lega Mama Gasamge's interview. Let me just do episode 2 of The Panel of Love to make sure you check it out on Netflix. But all in all, I enjoyed the episode. I enjoyed the positivity. I enjoyed it. It's more or less like if you come back from work or wherever something makes you angry, you watch such things. They just uplift your spirit. They just, yeah. So yeah, and then in life, just try to not judge. I think that's a thing that I'd like to share with y'all. Do not judge. Just have fun and accept people for who they are, and also learn to treat people the same way that they treat you. Somebody once said that. I took that, I ran with it. So thank you very much. Do make sure that you like, you comment, and you also subscribe. And depending on whichever time of the day that you got to this point on this video, thank you very much. I appreciate you, and enjoy the rest of your day, man. And yes, I'm using my phone.